familiarity. It's fear of missing out. People want what neighbors got. You know what I mean? Just in general, it's just easy tactic to go about. So biggest things, one is be intentional. Have a reason to be there and believe it. Like you're setting up a corner house to be an advertising home because it's in the best spot. And it makes sense. And it makes sense to them. Just tell them, dude, it's because you guys have, look at all the car traffic you guys get. Right? And then name dropping, right? So the other thing I like doing, if anyone's not with me in the past, obviously I'll go do takeover, usually just because it's an easy deal, as far as I've done this for 4 years, right? So I know how to go about doing swaps and converting to Vivint. But with it, what I'll do is if I go hit a takeover, I'll go knock the surrounding 5 to 10 houses. Just because you have momentum built up. So you can hit one, or an upgrade, it's easy, right? Use the momentum. And so go hit an upgrade, and then just go to do the same thing. Hey, do you know that they had the system? We just did the update for them, and just bring it up. We just did it for them. They're going to do this, this, and this. They thought you guys might be interested. You know, this is how it works. And then CJ said this before. With those takeovers or upgrades, as you're using them for momentum, smile and wave. All right? Go do the upgrade. Have old Betty come outside. Okay? Say, hey, I'm going to pay for your first month. If these guys get, I need you to stand right here. I'm going to go over to these 5 neighbors. I'm going to go knock this. I'm going to look at you. I just need you to go. Any questions about this stuff so far? Pretty easy. And then I'm going to have 2 people come up real quick and just do pitches for me here.
Let's go. Let's go, man.
Let me Stets come up here first, and then I'll have Manny go. Where's your
Let's go, Stetson!
No, I'm gonna have you do this and then just give you some tips after. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay.
Sorry to bug you. I'll be super quick. My name's Stetson with Vivint. We're
Is
the
this
ones.
solar?
No. We've been the ones doing doorbell cameras for our neighbors out here. You heard about that at all? Similar, yeah. What's going on is some of your neighbors out here have been calling and complaining about packages getting stolen. There's been some cars on the street messed up.
Who?
I don't have the name specifically. You haven't had any problems with that yet? No. Alright. So all we're doing, we are sending the sales team through here next week to do some more cameras for you guys, get some surveillance up in the area. My job is super simple, not here to sell you anything. I'm just the advertising manager, setting up 4 model homes today. Reason I'm bugging you today, sir, you have a beautiful yard here. We'd love to use
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, of course. As long as you'd be willing to stick one of my little orange Vivint signs at the front here, help spread word to the neighbors about what's going on.
Okay.
We pay to put one of those doorbell cameras on the house for you. That makes sense?
Okay.
Only problem I've been running into, some of these houses are kind of old, right? Been running into wiring issues with some of the new equipment. Easiest way to tell if we'll even be able to work with you is going to be to look at the thermostat you have in the home there. You know whether that was a Honeywell or GE.
I think it's Honeywell.
You think it's the Honeywell?
Yeah.
You know if that was the Lynx or the Vista?
I don't.
You don't know?
I have no idea, man.
Alright, you just want to show me where it is?
Okay.
Got my shoes on now.
What were things Stets did well?
Calm.
Calm.
Yeah, calm.
He's not fidgeting at the door, he's sitting one place.
Control. You kept this slow.
You guys just shit memorized.
Flowed well. Did have it memorized.
Have to have it.
Any tips? Any tips you have for rookies on fresh door pitches or anything like that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that helped me is it's not like a script. Like, you just gotta hit the bullet points. Like, have an actual conversation and just hit the bullet points. Who you are, what you're doing, sort of why you're there.
Just be brief.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
Go.
Another pitch.
Yes, sir.
Let's
I
go,
like
man.
doing it, and I think you guys would find more value about what I do in-house, because I think everybody here has a pitch down. I think that's pretty valid.
Sure.
And raise your hand if you sell security. Here, raise your hand if you sell security. Yeah, I'm gonna tell every single one of you with your hands up, stop selling security. They've been getting sold security for the past 20 years. For the past 8 years, everybody has had a doorbell camera. So whenever you guys are approaching people, you walk up, you're missing houses and you're losing money because you don't understand the fact that you can actually sell somebody a smart home who already has pieces of smart home equipment. So even though they don't have an active alarm, I still treat my fresh doors like a takeover because most of them already have cameras up. Most of them have a doorbell camera. Most of them have like an automated thermostat or garage control. So I use that to my advantage. So when people ask me what's the difference between my fresh door and my takeover pitch, it's exactly the same. I just tie it in different on a takeover. What I mean by that is I finish my smart home pitch, and if they have an alarm, we integrate it for you guys. If you don't, we just include the security for you. But people find much more value. They want the new stuff like the iPhone 11. They want the smart home, not security. They don't want you walking up to the house and be like, we could add a sensor here and a sensor here. They want the bells and whistles. They want all that stuff. But it gets pretty expensive. So since we're a Smart Home Pro, they give us a budget to waive the cost of the equipment totally, as long as they qualify, and then we install it for free. You guys get that? Yes. So I'm gonna do a smart home pitch, not a security doorbell camera pitch. It's gonna be the big difference here, Kev. I can sell this in upper class, lower class, it doesn't matter. They want the smart homes.
What do you want?
Hey, no, sir, you make the decisions here? I'll be quick. My name is Jermaine, Smart Home Pros. You've probably seen us in the area. If you haven't seen us around yet, we're the ones you've seen on commercial and TV, probably like the doorbell cameras, automatic locks, garage controls, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the smart home stuff usually gets pretty expensive. If you were to buy each piece of equipment, it would be like $2-3 grand up front. They're actually giving me a budget for you guys because of everything that's been going on, the
I don't know
pandemic.
if I want to pay that though.
I'm with you, sir, I'm with you. As long as you qualify, we actually waive it completely and install it for free. I'll show you what it looks like to use an Apple or Android.
Some touch phone thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it looks like this, Apple or Android?
I think it's Apple.
Apple?
Yeah.
So this is like an Apple free house, it's pretty cool. Do you have an active alarm?
No.
You don't. Okay. We include it for everybody who doesn't have the security. It's pretty simple to use. Whole house on your phone, you can use it anywhere in the world. Other than yourself, how many people would have the app on their phone?
Probably myself, like,
You and your wife? Is your wife here right now?
no.
No, she is. Okay. It's my job to make sure I give you all the information to make sure you can make a good decision with you and your wife. If you don't want to do anything right now, you don't have to. Which door do you use most, the garage or the front door?
Front door.
Front door looks like this. Arm and disarm your house. Lock and unlock the front door.
Okay.
Energy savings, I'm gonna save you between $20 to $30 on your energy bill each month.
Very kind.
The system's designed to pay for itself. Then all your cameras will be integrated here. It'll all be linked up to the panel in the house.
Okay.
Security is included for everybody. We cover all the doors, motion sensors for you. Get you a piece of automation and some cameras as well. Everybody gets a doorbell camera for free. Is there any other views of the house that you want to see other than the front door?
How much does this cost though?
I got 60, 85, 100, or a full smart home for 150. Takes me 2 minutes to write down all the information for you. I get you the price and terms of the agreements. If it does make sense, we'll do a demo before you make your decision. You have a place we can sit?
Yeah, you can. Good.
Let's go to
That was slick, man. That
Yeah,
was
that's
damn
like
good.
it's-
I like
yeah,
that actually.
yeah.
That was cool.
That's a smart home pitch. I'm not selling security. If they don't have security, I just include it for them. Understand that. Even if you sell a doorbell camera with basic security, the issue is that you guys get stuck on price matching everybody here. Our product is superior to everybody, and when you go into price matching, that's when you get huge price objections. Usually I give people a price, 60, 85, 100, or a full smart home for 150. We cover 2 cars, get you 3 pieces of automation and 5 cameras that continuously record, and they all have deterrents in them. Now the thing is, if you're dropping price, say we're gonna match the bill or drop the bill for you and you $5, then you don't have any room to work with because you dropped the monitoring price all the way down to $14.99, and they're like, oh, the price is too high. And then you try to get a discount or you pay for a first month. The way I negotiate my price is by negotiating my inventory. So if I drop price at say $100 and they're like, oh, $100 is way too much. I'm with you, sir. Take a look at the full smart home is $150. I move them up a price. So anytime you get a price objection, move up, not down. You raise your confidence, you don't discount. Because when you discount, you lose face in the deal. You get it?
Sir.
You lose tremendous face in the deal. If $60 a month was too much, I pay $45. I'm with you, sir. I could double the bill right now, make it $120, get you 5 cameras. How does that sound? They're like, See, but you guys don't believe this is real because what happens is that you actually have to handle the customer. because you guys are hoping and praying that they don't give you an objection. You're sitting there like, please don't say you have to talk to your wife. Please don't say you don't want to make a decision today. I handle the objections before they do. What I mean by that is this. Everybody should write this line. I have 2 lines down for you that'll work handling like 4 objections in one, just this line alone. And then for you to be able to create distance, what I mean by that is you're not obligating the customer to make a commitment. What you want to do is assume ownership for them. So you want to assume that they have this in their house, regardless of not if they're going to do it today. Because you want to get the psychology of the customer down. You guys are trying to figure out how to get in your head. You're like, oh, I got to say this, I got to say this. And then you lose attention to your customer who's more important than you. You're looking at how can I make $200 to $300 on a takeover, and then you pay for a first month, and then you take a buyout and you're only getting paid $100. Whether you could go to a Fresh Door, they don't have anything, the least you could do is at least buy their doorbell camera from them. And then you guys are good to go from there. So Fresh Door is 100%. Last year, all I did was takeovers from July all the way through August. My ideal customer was a single black lady. Every time I saw him, Alert 360, game over. But this year, I can sell much more, I have a more plethora of customers because I'm able to do a Fresh Door pitch that is able to tailor to each customer and actually find the needs that they want. Because 40% of this room right now is on the wrong product. You go up to the door, hey, Jermaine here with Vivint, we're doing the doorbell cameras. They're like, no, I don't want a doorbell camera. Maybe they wanted some automation or garage control because they have an old lady in the house and they got to figure out what's going on. They don't necessarily need to have the doorbell camera. So you guys are missing deals because you're walking away from houses or not even knocking the houses when you could actually find deals, but you just don't know how to approach them. So it takes practice, it takes role play, it takes training. Ask my roommates, we role play and train every day. If you guys want to train, I only train in the mornings. But does anybody have any questions about what I do in the deal? And, yeah.
What were those 2 lines that you
Oh yeah, that's how I do with a customer. I'll take them so far away, they'll be like, they'll throw an objection, and then I'll be so far away from the objection, they don't even know how to roll back to. But the one-liner is this. So before you start your presentation, at the beginning of the presentation, when you sit down, what I do is drop price immediately. I get price out the way. I say, sir, price and the agreements are the easiest part about my job. That's the easiest part. I have the best price and the best service in the market. I'm telling you that. Now, the 2 one-liners is this. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want to accomplish, and I'll handle the rest. Then you give your presentation from there. Before you start any presentation today, every rookie, tell me what you want, tell me what you want to accomplish, and I'll handle the rest. And then you go into your presentation from there. If you have any questions, please stop me so I can explain. I'm going to show you 3 things here in the next 10 minutes that you'll absolutely love. If this makes sense, my technician will be here right away. So my intention is to set a close and to get it installed. Mr. Customer, I can't benefit you until this is actually in your house. We've been sitting here talking for 30 minutes. It's not going to do us any good if I walk away from this deal right now and I leave you with the business card. Let's do this. Let's roll, man. What's the verbal password? Okay. Another one-liner. It's my job to make sure I give you all the information you need to make a good decision. I give you the price, the terms, the agreements. At the end of it, it'll be a no-brainer for people. Does that sound fair? Give me 2 minutes. That's it. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm here to give you the information. You can make your decision later. If you don't want to do anything today, you don't have to. That creates so much distance for a customer. Because what happens is you're like, I have to do this right now. This is my job. We can't do it. We can only do it today. No, I can't do that tomorrow because I can't do it. You have to work with your customer here. You want a happy customer that sticks for life. I used to sell between like a $60 to $75 package, and I used to fight so hard to get a deal done and to pay your first month, to get a call from customer loyalty asking, hey, did you get the customer a 30-day RR? I'm like, no. I told them in 30 days to change the equipment. And then now you're sitting in this like fight thing whenever you know for sure that this customer has to pay this equipment for the next 60 months. So you have to be sold on yourself. You have to be sold on you. You have to be sold on your product. You have to be sold on the service that backs the product. You have to be sold on the management here. And you have to be sold on Vivint. But the most important thing is that you guys have to be sold on you. That's it.
Let's go.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, thanks, Jermaine. I think biggest thing, obviously, it was second year now?
Yes, I'll
Second. he's got a ton of confidence now. He's obviously done his research on what Vivint's got to offer, and then obviously competitors and stuff like that. So, thank you, Val. Do you got?
Yeah.
You got the slides?
Well, before we bring up the Viper update, no one's gonna go over Kings of the Week.
Kings of the Week!
Kings of the Week. Let's go.
All right. Like I said, last week was definitely huge. My voice is literally 100% gone, so don't say anything about it. But okay, so